Hello. Hey guys. Welcome to Blank Spaces with Nale. This is Monale Akol, and I am so excited to be doing this video. Always, I would have actually liked to publish a video every single week. I underestimated the time that it would take to actually do that. So I'm working on it, and in the meantime, I will be definitely making sure that I publish a video every 2 weeks until I have my time management under control, and we could hopefully have a video every week, if not more. I will be sharing some news as to probably why I can't do it anymore. I really thought I could. But anyway, so if you're new on my channel, thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And remember guys, to actually subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you don't miss any new videos that come out. And for everyone who has taken that time to subscribe to my channel, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm grateful, to be doing this and to be on this journey, and I am grateful that you're able to join me on this journey. So today's going to be very chilled. The past few weeks have been very interesting. I've been really discussing serious topics that are in my heart, and I've gotten feedback on what people think about different aspects that we've been discussing, such as raising our kids in the way of the Lord, teaching them the truth, and not leaving them to the world or the media for that matter to do it. Trying to understand if the things that we've been doing as a society in raising our kids have been sort of like successful, and some of the methods that we've taken in terms of trying to voice out the things that we would like to see more, if those methods, the way we've went about things, if they are productive or they simply are just noise. So today few people have sort of like been out suggesting that we actually like blank spaces. It's interesting, right? But we want to know more about you. We want to understand or know a bit about Monale, right? Which is fair, because I would also be interested to know more about someone that I'm sort of like interested in that video, to just know what is this person about. So today's video is about me. I actually don't really like talking about me unless if you ask me something, I would answer like okay, but out of the blue, I'm really not that kind of person. I am more interested in finding out about things and people, and therefore if I have to talk about me more often than not, then the intention would be I'm sharing my story, and I would be hoping that it benefits you in one way or the other. All right. So I have asked someone to help me with questions, like, okay, what kind of questions can we come up with and whatnot that can just sort of let people know a bit about me, and today it's about those questions. So I'll be answering 10 questions about myself, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, bring it on. So the first question is, who is Monale and where are you from? Okay, so Monale Akol is my surname. Now surname. Monale Akol is a 32 years old lady. So I just celebrated my birthday on the 9th of July actually. So I'm 32 years old, guys, and I am from Mokopane, Limpopo. Yes, say it with me, Limpopo, guys, not Limpompo. Like I hear people say Limpopo and I'm like, where is that? So I'm a very energetic person. I love life, and I'm just so grateful to be alive. So the most important aspect about me is that I'm a Christian, and my hope in this life is that I fulfill the purpose in which that I'm created for. Yes, I'm a wife and I'm a mother to a 3-year-old girl. Very energetic. She probably takes after my energy. So, to be honest, I just enjoy where I'm at right now, and I'm enjoying getting to learning a lot of things about myself, about life, about different phases, of my life, and yeah, just that is who I really am at the core. Oh, so the next question is, what is my pet peeve? What makes me cringe? To be honest, what makes me cringe is people who are fake and people who pretend. Like, of course, it's more or less the same thing, But I really don't like, I don't have probably right now in my life the capacity to handle people who are pretentious and people who are fake, because I believe that you should be who you are. You should speak your truth, hopefully with kindness and gentleness, and not have to pretend like you're something that you're not in order to get somewhere or to be around a certain crowd. So I just feel like it's a waste of time, and that just makes me cringe. So right now I don't have the I would say what it takes to deal with those kind of people, and therefore I'd rather just sort of not be in their midst. If I am, I just cringe. Yeah. So the third question is, how was I when I grew up? How was I? I was very outspoken. I was a very energetic, loving child. When I say loving, I just really loved, like, people in general, whatever. And I grew up with my grandmother, so she probably instilled that in me. And surprisingly enough, I was not very confident. I learned to be confident, and I I just learned over the years to appreciate myself. So I was very, friendly, and I love sport. Not that I was good in it, but I love sport. I grew up around, guys. I grew up with my cousin, my uncle, my younger brother. So I'm grateful for that, because I've just always been sort of like very comfortable, around everyone. Yes, yeah, especially guys. So, another thing about me growing up is that, yes, I was into beauty pageants. I know, I was into beauty pageants. In fact, I think when I was in grade 7, I wanted to enter for the Miss South Africa pageant, because somehow, some way, I've always known that I want to do more with my life. I want to help people. I want my life to be meaningful to other people. But obviously, I didn't know, the many ways in which you can do it, because it's not something that I always had a discussion with an elderly person about. So I just thought, oh, the platform in South Africa, probably I could be, helpful and all of that. And growing up, I realized, oh, wait, of course, there's so many ways in which you can help and be relevant to the society. You don't have to be Miss South Africa in order to do it. I've never, I've never won a pageant, guys, but I can say that I did win first prize. So, yeah, And of course, something about me that I also realized as an adult growing up is that I was not very, very honest about how I felt. I was very, I said things that I thought I was expected to say, not to hurt people's feelings and all of those things. So, as an adult, I made a conscious decision that, okay, growing up, I was very careful, and I was, in my speech and what I did and how I did it, not to offend anyone. So now that I'm a grown up and I understand myself better and I'm very confident about who I am and I just absolutely love the woman that I've become, I'm going to speak my mind, of course, with gentleness and kindness, but I'm going to speak my mind. So hence now as an adult, I speak my truth. I don't hold back. I don't pretend. I'm not even trying to fit in. I'm just like, it is what it is, because I value so much now who I am and what I have to put on the table, as opposed to when I was younger. I was not really sure what I'm about and if what I have to put on the table is even worth it. But right now, I'm in a very comfortable space, and for me, to be very honest, that is why I don't find any reason to hide my age. Age has been nothing but a blessing, because with each year, I believe I grow wiser, I grow more stable, I am more joyful, but very content. You know, I'm working, I've got dreams I'm working on, I've got stuff that I'm working on. And of course, life is not always like smooth, which is okay. But I'm just learning more about the woman that God wants me to be. I'm learning more about myself. Of course, I'm learning more about Him, and so I'm very grateful for that. And I've learned as well that growth doesn't come. It's very like you have to be intentional. You have to constantly work on yourself in order to be the kind of person that you hope to be. So, da-da-da-dun. I knew this might come. What is my relationship status? So, I think I mentioned this at the beginning, right? I am married, and I've been married for 4.5, well, yeah, just over 4 years, you know? And so I feel like it's just yesterday, guys. I don't talk a lot about marriage, you know, except obviously that it's something that young people should not aspire to. Please, ladies, especially. It's a blessing, and it's a place where, yeah, it's a place where God really, you know, works on your heart. It's, you get to know and learn a lot of things about yourself, and of course about your partner, and also about just sort of life in general. So and then we have a 3-year-old daughter, and Noah, it's her name, Noah, we call her. Anyway, it confuses her because she's a girl, and then sometimes she meets guys that are Noah, and she's like, you know. And we have one on the way as well. So I'm actually right now 23 weeks pregnant, which is, for those who don't understand weeks, I get it. It also confuses me sometimes. I'm like, okay. 5 months pregnant. So we actually left with like 4 months, which is, it's a long way to go, trust me. We're looking forward to it. We're excited and we're grateful, you know, to hopefully have an opportunity to be parents again, because this journey has really stretched us in different ways. If you're a parent, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we're just so grateful that we have an opportunity to have a second child. Hence, you know, my energy levels have been like up and down, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do a video, and I'm just like, I'm feeling so sleepy and I'm feeling tired. So I've been really trying to manage my time in that, but at the same time, because I want to do this, I just thought, okay, let me make the most. Like, if even if it can be once in 2 weeks, so be it, you know. So that is my situation status, my relationship status. The advice that I give to my younger self is that life is too short to live in the shadows of other people's doubts, of unfulfillment, you know, and unmet, you know, expectations and fears, because more often than not, when people have lived and have been disappointed and they haven't gotten a way to deal with that, they usually want to transfer those fears onto you. And that is where young kids start having all kinds of discouragement, and sometimes we actually believe it, or most of the time we actually believe it. So I would tell my younger self that, you know what, being an individual is the most beautiful thing. Celebrate who you are and never let anyone limit your capacity, because nobody knows what you can do except for God. Be yourself. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody has to like you. I always say this, but let people know what you're about, and at least hopefully they can respect that. They don't have to understand it, they don't have to support it. You just have to keep on being who you are, and people that are good for you will be in your life, and as you grow, people that are not good for you, they will be out of your life. So I'm one of those people who don't think or believe that you actually lose friends. I believe you gain the real ones. So this next question is, what is it that people don't know? What is the one thing that people don't know about me? I think there's a lot of things that people don't know about me. Probably people that are very close, you know. But there's a lot of things actually. One, I travel for food and culture. So while maybe other people travel for fashion, when I travel, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to experience the culture of the place and the food. I love food, guys. I didn't really know I did, but yeah, I guess now I'm comfortable with just my weight and everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat. Of course, I love eating healthy food because it's good for my brain, it's good for my body. I love food. That's one thing for sure, because maybe I don't know, yeah. And another thing is, I have an online store. So I actually have a shoe boutique, and it's operating online. And what we do is we import premium leather shoes from Italy. And the name of my shoe boutique is called Monale Boutique. Though I'm a businesswoman, I actually have a master's in geomatics engineering obtained from Germany, Karlsruhe University of Applied Science. So by profession, I'm an engineer. I I just want to also simultaneously pursue my passion, which is fashion and beauty that comes in all kinds of different ways. So I'm also into properties. The core of everything that I do is to show people the beauty of life and just how much they can achieve and how much they should believe in themselves. I think that's the core of the many different things that I do. So the next thing is, what other business ventures am I into? So, properties. I love properties. Probably when later in life, I would probably have a coffee shop. I love treats actually. I didn't know how much. I just love desserts, cute looking desserts. So when I travel to places like Italy, I'm always in those coffee shops, like eating those little nice treats. France, the same thing. So I'm a dessert person, not too sweet, but yeah, I'm into dessert, and therefore I think when I'm like, I don't know, late in my 30s, and I love tea as well. So I'd probably have a coffee shop with a tea bar and some few treats. Yeah, exactly. So the next question is, what do I do in my downtime? To be very honest, guys, I work from home, so I hardly have any downtime. One of the things that I need to learn to do is time management. So if I'm not working on my business or spending time with family, then the little time that I have, I actually enjoy writing and reading. I love reading, different books. I'm not into fiction. I'm not a fiction person. I like business books, for example. I like biographies and those kind of things, you know. Sometimes I really read recipes. I just sit down and open a recipe book and I'm like, what can I make, just to feel inspired. Sometimes I open magazines about homes, interior designs and properties and all of those things. So things that I'm interested in. What I've done is I'm trying to just correlate my downtime with my hobbies and my visions, like where I want to see myself. Then I collect books based on that, and I just sort of read it when I do have the time to do so. So the last question is, what was the best advice that have been given about boys and men? That is very interesting, actually. Well, to be honest, the best advice that I've been given about men and boys is that they are real human beings. It's like women sometimes forget that, you know, men also have feelings. They're real human beings, and you know, they have real emotions, and sometimes all they really want is to be hugged and kissed like us girls. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for joining me on this interesting video. I guess it's very different from all the other videos that I've done. I hope you enjoy it, and I am gonna be sort of like, yeah, thinking about, you know, different types of videos, or let me say, even when I am concentrating on a topic, probably what I'll do is just say a bit more about how I relate to the topic, so that you guys can sort of get to maybe know where I come from, why I'm saying what I'm saying, and all of those things. Thank you very much for joining me today. May you have an awesome weekend and a beautiful week ahead, or a beautiful week and an awesome weekend. Yeah, take care.